Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna have some open Great League battles featuring Trevenant, Azumarill, and Walrein in the back. As you all know, Walrein just recently got the community day where they got Powder Snow and Icicle Spear. These moves have made Walrein absolutely meta-changing. In fact, Walrein has become one of the top mons in the Great League, the Ultra League, and even the Master League. I'm pairing Walrein with Trevenant and Azumarill, an excellent core in the Great League. Now, it's important to note that Walrein does have a weakness against fighters, so both Trevenant and Azumarill will be covering for this weakness. And now it's time to get into the battles. In our first match, our opponent brings in a Dugong. This could be bad, as icy winds will hurt a lot. In addition to debuffing our attack, we managed to get to the Seed Bomb first, and surprisingly, they don't shield. Alright, here comes the icy wind, and we're gonna have to shield this if we want to survive. Fortunately, we get to another Seed Bomb, and they don't shield. Okay, now they come in with a Skarmory, and I swap into the Walrein before they can farm me down. Now I get to the Icicle Spear really fast, and let's see if he shields this. Finally, he uses up a shield. And now we decide to shield, thinking this could be a Brave Bird. It's just a Sky attack, but we get to another Icicle Spear. He shields again. He gets the Sky attack through, but we get to another Icicle Spear. This thing is so spammy, guys. It doesn't take him out, but we swap right away to Azumarill to get ahead on energy. He quickly swaps into a Shadow Swampert, but we're ahead on energy and we should be able to hit this player off. He gets to the Sludge Wave, but it's not enough to take us out. Now all we have to do is fast move him down and have an Ice Beam ready for the Skarmory. In our next battle, we're up against an Alolan Ninetales. We build up to a Shadow Ball, but bait with the Seed Bomb. He takes the bait. And now we're gonna have to shield the Weather Ball. But we should be able to get to a Shadow Ball. And either we take him out or he uses up his last shield. He shields and we swap instantly into the Walrein. We try to race to the Earthquake, but he gets off his move first and we're forced to use our last shield. So instead we decide to go with the Icicle Spear and then Powder Snow him down. He comes in with the Sableye, so we build up to the Earthquake and deal a lot of damage. He tries to farm us down, but we're able to get to another Icicle Spear and take him out. His last mon turns out to be an Azumarill, so we decide to bring in our own Azumarill, and he must have Hydro Pump because he decides to concede the match. In our next match, we're faced with a positive lead with a Galar Stunfisk. He goes for the Rock Slide right away, and we take it knowing it doesn't do that much damage. Now we're gonna build up to a Shadow Ball and see if he shields. He takes the Shadow Ball and instantly swaps into a Pelipper. We switch into the Shadow Walrein and go for the Icicle Spear. Which he shields. And now he goes for a charge move. And he baits us with a Weather Ball. We go for another Icicle Spear. shields again. And I'm thinking, this has got to be a hurricane. So I'm gonna shield up. It is a hurricane. And now we're gonna finish him off with an Icicle Spear. The Galar Stunfisk comes back in, and it's gonna finish us off with a Rock Slide. Come in with Azumarill to try to farm down, but he instantly swaps into his Venusaur. I swap back into the Trevenant, but he's able to take me out with the Frenzy Plant before I can get off the move. I get to the Ice Beam, but I know it's not gonna be enough. He's gonna hit me with the Frenzy Plant. It won't take me out, but unfortunately the Vine Whips will take me out before I can get to another Ice Beam. In this match, we're met with a horrible lead in the form of Mandibuzz. We charge up a little bit before we switch into Walrein. Surprisingly, he doesn't swap out right away and we're able to get the Icicle Spear. He shields it and goes for his own charge move, which we shield as well. Now he switches to a Galar Stunfisk. We shield the Rock Slide, and then build up to an Earthquake, but bait with the Icicle Spear. He takes the bait, and now all we have to do is get to the Earthquake before he can hit us with another Rock Slide. And we make it to the Earthquake! Earthquake takes out the Galar Stunfisk, but then he comes in with a Jellicent. Icicle Spears are gonna be useless, so we're gonna have to rush for the Earthquake and hope we can get there before they hit us with a Shadow Ball. We manage to get to the Earthquake, and it's a CMP tie! So the Shadow Ball takes us out, but he's not able to farm any energy. We quickly come in with the Trevenant and hit the C-Bomb before he can swap. The Mandibuzz comes in, but we come in with the Azumarill and the opponent surrenders. In this match, we're faced with the Trevenant Mirror. We go for the Shadow Ball, which he catches on his Digger's Beam. Fortunately, our Shadow Walrein will really punish this Digger's Beam. Icicle Spears deal so much damage! Unfortunately, he gets to a charge move, and I'm betting it's an Earthquake, so I decide to shield up. I decide to go for the farm down, and he does hit me with another charge move, but I know it's a Fire Punch, so I let it through. Trevenant comes back in and meets an Icicle Spear. Which he doesn't shield. His last Pokemon turns out to be a Galar Stunfisk. And at this point, I think the opponent has given up. I'm curious to see how many Icicle Spears it does take to take out the Galar Stunfisk though. And I discover it's around 3. Good game to my opponent. And in our next match, it's another Trevenant Mirror. We go for the Shadow Ball. Which he shields. He hits us with his own charge move, and I decide to let it through, which is a bad idea, because he hits us with the Seed Bomb and farms us down. Now we come in with the Walrein, and before we can do anything, he hits us with another charge move. We decide to take the Seed Bomb, and then farm him down. Unfortunately, his next Pokemon is an Azumarill, so we try to go for the Earthquake. As soon as we hit the Earthquake, we instantly swap into our own Azumarill, but he swaps into a Galar Stunfisk. We go for the Ice Beam. And he baits us with the Rock Slide. We go for another Ice Beam. Which he shields. And now I'm thinking this has to be the Earthquake. So I use up my last shield. I swap into my Walrein, but he swaps back into his Azumarill. I tried to get to the Earthquake, but before I can get there, he manages to take me out. I'm ahead on life, but it's 2 against 1. So I go for the Play Rough, but before I can hit the Play Rough, he hits me with an Ice Beam. I'm guessing this is a Hydro Pump and Ice Beam Azu. I hit him with the Play Rough and go for the aggressive farm down. He hits me with the Hydro Pump and switches immediately into the Galar Stunfisk. But I'm ready with the Ice Beam to take him out. And now all I have to do is fast move down the Azumarill to take the win. Good game to my opponent. Next up, we're up against an Alolan Stunfisk. This is a really positive lead, but he swaps out into an Alolan Ninetales. We decide to hit him with the Seed Bomb before swapping out. We come in with the Azumarill, and we should be able to maintain alignment. He hits us with the charge move, but Azumarill is tanky enough to take whatever this Ninetales can dish out. Now this Play Rough should be able to take out this Ninetales unless he shields. He comes in with his last Pokemon, which turns out to be a Jellicent. We're able to hit him with the Play Rough, which he decides not to shield. Now he hits us with his own charge move, and we decide to no shield as well. It's a Shadow Ball and it takes us out. With even shields though, Trevenant should be able to clean up after these last 2 Pokemon. Unfortunately, Jellicent can take us out with a single Shadow Ball, so we decide to shield. And now the Seed Bomb will take him out, so I think he's gonna shield. He gets to another charge move, and we decide to shield. He swaps back to the Stunfisk. He hits us with a charge move, but we know we can live whatever he hits us with. And now the Seed Bomb should be taking his last shield. We come in right away with our Shadow Walrein. And we know we can live this discharge. We hit him with the Icicle Spear. And fast move down to charge up another Icicle Spear. To take out the Jellicent. In this last matchup, we're met with another Stunfisk, but it's Galarian this time. This should just be a Rock Slide. Now he decides to no shield this Shadow. And now we're gonna have to shield this Rock Slide as it would take us out. Now we charge up a little bit and hit him with the Seed Bomb to take him out. He comes in with an Altaria. And this is a really bad matchup for our Trevenant. He is ahead on shields though, and he decides to go for the Shadow Ball, and as expected, he does shield it. Now we come in with our Walrein, and these Powder Snows are doing so much damage. He does get to a charge move though, and we decide not to shield. It's a Moonblast and chunks us. Now he brings in his last Pokemon, which turns out to be an Azumarill. As we're ahead on energy, we decide to go for the Earthquake, and it lands. Now we switch to our own Azumarill. Now he hits us with a Play Rough, but we should be fine. And now we're treated to the most exciting and thrilling Azumarill. This is gonna take a while, guys. Now he hits us with his own Play Rough and decides to swap back into his Altaria. We do have enough energy to get to Ice Beam though, and he decides not to shield. Good game to all my opponents today, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.